Alright guys, we are going to be doing here another cooking video. We're going to be making Chicken Alfredo today. I got a request from somebody on a live stream. He asked me if I should do Chicken Alfredo, and that is what we're going to be doing today. I got a couple of things set up already. I've got the potatoes set up. They just have to come to the boil and then they're ready to go. I got some chicken here. My favorite chicken marinade. Chicken marinade and chicken. I took the bone out of it earlier, so I don't have to show you that again. And yeah, that is chicken without the bone. Right here. I'm going to put that one up here. Then for the sauce, we need that pan over there. I'm going to turn down the heat a little bit more. We also need, that is cilantro. And I have here chopped onions, cubed or diced, doesn't matter. Onions and cilantro. Chicken stock is what that is. There you go, chicken stock. Put that over there. Chicken stock is what we need, and we also need mushrooms for the sauce. And what else we need is cream, because we want to make the mushroom cream sauce a la creme, and a la creme stands for creamy sauce, so we need cream. I hope these two are going to be enough here. 2 creams. What else do we need? Some butter for the onions. So we're going to put some butter. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing over there. Alright, let's open up the butter. We're going to put a dab of butter into the pan. We're going to let the butter melt, and then we're going to bake the onions in the pan. Alright. Get a spoon here real quick. Some butter in there. I'm going to pause the video, and then we're going to go over to the pan. Alright, let's melt that butter. You don't want the heat of your pan too high, otherwise the butter is going to start going all brown. So there's your melted butter. We're going to put the onions in there now. Alright, the onions are in the pan here. Over there I got the potatoes ready to go. All I have to do is turn them on, and they will start boiling after 2 minutes. The oven is on as well. Got it set to 200 degrees because we're going to put the chicken right on that baking tray in there. But firstly I have to bake that chicken in the pan here, so let's get these onions here nice and baked in the pan here. So I'll be back when the onions are nice and baked, and then we're gonna add in our mushrooms, and then we're gonna add in our chicken stock as well. Alright, our onions. I set the heat a little bit higher to 8, as you guys can see down there. I'm gonna give the onions here a little bit of a stir. Until they're nice and soft. You don't want your onions hard, otherwise you're gonna bite down on onions that are not very comfortable in your mouth. So I'll be back when we're going to be adding in the chicken stock and the mushrooms and the cream, so stay tuned for that, guys. What else I was going to say is about this here don't let your onions go too brown, otherwise you're gonna have brown spots in your sauce, and that doesn't look very good. So I'm gonna add in our chicken stock now. Our chicken stock is going in, but first of all I'm gonna turn up the heat again. Let's add in our chicken stock here. And you want to leave that to come to a reduction. I'm going to turn up the heat here. You want to boil that and leave it come to a nice reduction until that is nice and creamy, and then you can add in the mushrooms. So I'm going to let that boil for a bit. I'm going to let it reduce down, and when that is reduced down a little bit, I'm going to be back and we're going to add in our mushrooms. It's boiling already and it's getting nice and creamy here, so you can see the texture here, how that is getting nice and creamy while it's reducing. We're going to add in the mushrooms in a minute. When that has reduced a little bit more, look how creamy that is getting already. How cool is that? Look at that. And that is what you want. So when the cream has been added, we're going to stir it, and then we're going to add in all our seasoning, like pepper, salt and the cilantro. Alright, time to add our mushrooms. We're going to put you guys up here while I do this. I turn the heat down again. Let's bring the camera over. That's going to be an awesome sauce. Alright, let's turn the heat back up. You don't want it to come to a boil that much. Now when that gets back up to the boil, that is going to soften up the mushrooms a little bit. And that's what you want as well, to soften up those mushrooms, so that you don't have a hard bite on a mushroom when you're eating it. So I'm going to let that boil for a little while, and then we're going to start adding the cream, salt, pepper and our cilantro. Alright, we're going to add in our pepper a little bit. Pepper. Like that, and our salt. Not too much and not too little, as they say. Let's give that a stir. And now we're going to add in our cream here that I have. Going to add in all of it. Alright, now you got to turn up the heat so it'll come up to a boil. How cool is that? Look at that nice white other cream sauce. It's still a little bit too thin. That is gonna become a little bit thicker when that comes up to the boil. We're gonna let that boil until it thickens up. So, and I hope we don't have to add any flour water mixture to thicken it that way. I hope it will thicken up this way. So let's let that come to a boil, and this is going to be a two-parter, by the way. I don't know if it's going to be two-parter. It is going to be two-parter because we have to bake the chicken in another pan. I'm going to be showing you that one as well. So And then we're going to put the chicken down there in the oven on the baking tray. So I'm going to pause the video here. When that sauce has thickened up, that's going to boil right now. So I'm hoping that will thicken up also, so that we don't have to add a flour and water mixture to thicken it up that way. So I'll be back, guys. Don't go away. Alright, and there's my finished a la creme, yeah, mushroom sauce. Nice and, look at that. Look how creamy that sauce looks. Look at that. How cool is that, guys? I think I might transfer this one over to a pot. Not sure. I'm just going to take it up. Yeah, I'm going to take it off the heat here because it's finished. I'm going to wipe here real quick. And then we're going to add in our cilantro to make it tastier and for decoration. Like that. Okay, I'm going to put the plate down. I'm going to put you guys back up here. Then I can clean my plate for sure. Alright, look at that. I'm going to stir that in there. Now I didn't chop that cilantro very, very fine. I chopped it kind of coarse. Look at that. Awesome. A la creme mushroom sauce. That looks awesome. How cool. And how tasty that sauce looks. Look at that. That looks awesome, guys. Got a nice creamy like texture here. Thumbs up for me. Alright, we're going to leave that on the cold. We're not going to boil it anymore. We're just going to boil it up real quick. When we be eating it, when we be kneading it, of course. We're going to get a pan, put it on this hot part of the oven, and then we're going to bake the chicken. 200 degrees, the lights are off. That means the oven is hot at 200 degrees already. So let's start with the chicken then. Alright, everything is nice and clean. We're gonna add in some oil into this here non-stick pan. Although the chicken is already swimming in oil, but I like to add some oil into my pan here. Our chicken ready to go. Just swirl it in the oil one more time, and then we're gonna bake it on the meat side first. I'm gonna keep this oil here so I can drizzle it over our chicken. Let's head over. The meat side first. And then we're gonna turn it over, and we're gonna bake it on the skin side. I gotta head back because it's gonna spray with hot oil. I don't want hot oil over my bare hands here, so I'm gonna stay back a little bit. So I'm gonna be back when we have that piece of chicken turned. Alright, it's turned. I have to turn it again because you can see there it's still a little bit raw. That's because there was some skin over here. So we're going to have to turn it again to get that piece here baked, and the side here. Now, you don't want to get too close, otherwise you're going to get splattered here with hot oil. Let's turn it. Poke it down a little bit, so because this piece here, it's a little bit thicker. It's thicker. So I'm gonna turn it again onto the skin side. Let's see how it looks. Looks pretty good, I think. And then we're gonna stick that piece right down here onto our baking tray. We're gonna open up the oven for that. Alright, I'm gonna turn it off. The pan will stay nice and hot even if that is turned off. So the pan is gonna stay nice and hot. How's that skin looking? Looking good. Like I said, I'll keep the oil here for drizzling it over my chicken when it's inside the oven here. Alright, let's put the camera here, up here. How am I gonna do it? Let's go that way. I'm gonna put that piece of chicken here into the oven. I'm gonna pull out the baking tray, put that over here. Baking tray up there. Hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna grab my meat here. And that is going into the oven, guys. Right down in there. So I need my cloth here. Stick it into the center. Like that. Close the oven back up because we don't want to lose the heat. See, the lights are on already. That means we lost a little bit of heat because that lid here that was open, so we lost a little bit of heat. So I'm gonna wait until that goes back up to 200 degrees. So when it's at 200 degrees, that light is gonna go off, and that is how I know that the oven is at 200 degrees and we're in. Now that might take at least a half an hour to an hour before I can eat it. So when it takes an hour, I'm gonna wait a half an hour so I can turn on my potatoes because they're gonna take some time, you know, until that water gets to a boil. I may have to empty that water, put hot water in it, and yeah, guys. So this is gonna be a two-parter. In part 2, we're gonna be dishing up, and in part 3, we're gonna be doing a mukbang video. So every dish that I do on my channel also deserves a mukbang video, guys. So I'm gonna get cleaning up here. Thanks for watching with this awesome sauce. Just waiting to be eaten. I'm gonna say goodbye. Thanks for watching. I hope you have liked this video, and subscribe, like, watch. Big thumbs up here for this. And catch you guys back in part 2 where we're going to be dishing up and making a mukbang. Bye bye.